joining us for this week's edition of Homemade Money on CFF Nation. And if you don't know yet who I am, I'm Bethany Williams. And if you haven't checked out my website, go to www.bethanywilliams.com. I have some amazing books out there that you should check out, one of which I talked about in our last session called Live Your Dreams. And on the topic of living your dreams, I have an amazing guest here today. So I want to introduce you to Tiffany Carlin.
Hello, Bethany. Thanks for having me.
I am so excited to have you on CFF Nation
Me
for
too.
Homemade Money, because we have all kinds of people watching us that are sitting at home either trying to figure out how to make more money, or they're truck drivers and they're spending hours and hours in their cab thinking about what could I do to generate more income. And the trucking industry and transportation, it's really gone down from a financial perspective. They're just not making what they need to make to live comfortably.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's really funny, and I don't think I actually got to tell you this before, but I worked for the corporate office for American Road Line.
No way.
many years ago out of Pittsburgh, and worked with trip leasing truck drivers and helped them, get your rigs and pick up your loads, and so I know a lot of the terminology, which is kind of crazy, but
that's awesome.
So they're my good friends. I've been good friends with truckers for a long time.
Well, and not only does Tiffany have her own company, which we're going to talk about, called Tiffy Sleeves, but she also sings amazing country music. And every intro and outro of my show is Tiffany's song, It's a Girl Thing. But the show isn't just for girls.
No, it's not.
But I absolutely wanted to support Tiffany and use this song for the intro and outro.
And I appreciate that. And there's lots of women who are out on the road, whether they're with their husbands or spouses or they're driving their own rigs. I like coming by some of those nice big bright pink ones, and I go, that's got to be a woman, right?
It could be. You never know.
You never know.
So tell me the story about Tiffy Sleeves.
Well, Tiffy Sleeves came about in 2009 when I had a wardrobe emergency on Easter Sunday morning, and I needed to turn a short sleeve shirt into a long sleeve shirt without ruining it. And I went, light bulb went off, and I couldn't walk away from the idea, and born was Tiffy Sleeves. So these are them. I brought a pair with me just so.
And she actually told me that truck drivers buy these, and they buy
do.
them. You buy them so that you can wear your short sleeve or whatever you normally wear to work, and the arm that hangs out, you put the sleeve on it. It's a cotton, and you just pull it on, and while you're driving, your arm is covered so you're not getting burnt and all of that. And then you stop for lunch or whatever, you just whip it off and leave it in your cab.
Absolutely. And because they're for women and for men. It doesn't, I'm not gender specific.
That's
I mean, I like all
So show me.
people.
So show me.
Okay, so you just simply slide it on, and you've got a pair in sexy lace.
I do.
That I've
She
given
brought me
you
a pair of
before.
red lace. I should have brought those here.
No, the cool thing about this for truck drivers is, and I know that there are some types of sleeves out there, I know, that are a little more protective from the sun, but I know that they're very uncomfortable and they're very hot just the same. So they can wear one, they can get them all the way down to the ends of their fingertips or cover their thumb, but they could put two on if they wanted to. But they're wearing their favorite comfortable t-shirt fabric.
Right, it's comfortable. It feels soft. It feels like it's not that nylon kind of stuff that you don't want to wear. Yeah, I love it.
It's 95% cotton and 5% spandex. So it's got a little bit of give to it, and some stretch, but it won't stretch and then not go back to itself, that's why I'm in love with spandex.
So she sells these in stores. She also sells them online at the Tiffy, right?
Yep.
TheTiffie.com. And what I love is you're also working on an ability for people to distribute these.
Absolutely.
As well. So tell us about those, because there might be someone at one of the wives or even one of the truck drivers that thinks, I go to all these places, I probably could distribute these.
Absolutely. Anyone can be a wholesale. We're building a program called the Tiffy Girl. And I'm looking for women, and I don't mind taking on some men as sales reps either, because it's a market for everyone. But the Tiffy Girl, that's exactly what she is. She can sell sell to you, to anybody that she knows personally, but she can also sell to on a wholesale level as well. So
to stores and stuff. I love that idea.
Absolutely. I didn't want to limit it. You know, I'm very familiar with Mary Kay, and I love them, and I love that whole, you know, how they work their program, but they're doing it very retail, you know, customer specific. I don't want my Tiffy girls to be limited. I want them to have income potential beyond that. And so by going wholesale and retail, they can
do either.
And on a larger things. So if they're out on the road and they come by a great boutique and they go, oh my gosh, that would be a great store for Tiffy sleeves. You can sell to Tiffy. You can sell to that store.
Right.
Not just the customer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you could have a revenue stream coming in from just dropping into a couple boutiques.
Right.
I love it.
And they can sell online. They can sell online. They can set up their own website for any type of small boutique that they want to do, and pair and cross market brand and pair the Tiffy sleeves with the short sleeve shirts like we do with the It's a Girl Thing line. So they're not limiting themselves on their income potential. They can keep on growing it any way that they want to. I'm not specific to them selling just the Tiffy brand. I mean, they can carry the It's a Girl Thing t-shirt line too, and they can carry any other brands that they want to. Whatever makes it work for them to make money and to build a business that they can keep on growing is the goal.
I think what we do is we don't really think outside of the box, and it's funny because we do it with a lot of other areas of our life. The truck drivers have to figure out, if I can't get this financed, I got to drive this truck a little bit longer. We manipulate and kind of control all these areas of our life, but when it comes to making more money, we're kind of frozen.
Absolutely. Well, you know, and that's the thing too with truckers, because I know they end up doing a lot of deadheading, and that really it kills their bottom line. I mean, that's gas money out of their own pockets. And so now you've got websites like YouShip, which I didn't know it existed until I needed to ship a dog, you know, to a sibling, and I went, wait a minute, it's too expensive to fly. And so a lot of people are now doing this on the side too, who also have their own rigs.
Oh, I love that. What are they doing?
It's YouShip. So
what is YouShip?
They can get on and become anybody can become a driver with YouShip.
Is it like Uber for get your stuff around town?
Okay, kind of like that. That's really interesting. I didn't really think about it being Uber for shipping.
I have to cut for a commercial. I have no idea if Matt's putting commercials in here, but he makes me cut anyways. We'll be right back and we'll finish this conversation. Stay tuned. You're watching Homemade Money. We got an exciting idea for you. Bring your homemade money idea, package it up, and bring it to Dallas. And Matt, tell us where.
You're going to come to the Great American Truck Show in Dallas, Texas, and you are going to pitch your homemade money idea to my group of investors. If we like your idea, one of you is going to get funded. Join us in the tank.
Welcome back to Homemade Money with Bethany Williams, and I'm here with Tiffany Carlin, and we were talking about, what'd you say, YouShip?
Okay, YouShip, which I really like your merging of
my
Uber
analogy.
And shipping. Yeah, because
most of you are sitting in your trucks. You know what Uber is. Uber is people are signing up, and anybody can be a cab driver. So you may or may not know this, and it's definitely something you could do if you have 2 days off a week, is you could sign up for Uber. And what you do is if you have transportation, you sign up and they will ship you the rides and you make money. And so now Tiffany's talking about something called YouShip.
So Uber, though, that is my go-to way of travel all over Nashville when I'm there for music.
It's nice.
It's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. I have met the most interesting people too, which is you know, it makes it more fun, you know, rather than being in the back of a cab.
One of my avid fans messages me all the time, and she's an Uber driver. On the side, because she has a job during the week.
I have a cool idea for it, but we'll talk sidebar. Could be a cool show for you. But yeah, so YouShip is kind of like Uber for shipping.
Oh, no.
You can, if you go on to ship something, it asks you right at that moment, do you want to become a shipper? And I was like, wait a minute, really? I can just become a shipper. I can, if I'm going from here, to Louisiana
so they could
on a trip.
publicize their routes, and they could take someone's dog with them and make money.
So you,
that's crazy, and it'd be kind of fun because those routes get lonely. You could have this German Shepherd. With
Absolutely,
you.
and that's what a lot of these guys do that are shipping stuff. I mean, you could pay for your vacation. So if you're
what a great idea.
If you're leaving Texas and you're heading to Pensacola, Florida to hit the beach, you could hop on to UShip and go, oh, I could pick up a dog, or I could pick up this box or this crate that needs to go, and you tell them how much
my
it
gosh,
costs. It's fantastic.
I love that. That's
Uber
fabulous.
for shipping.
Uber for shipping. Well, tell me a little bit about your story, because I bet people are watching this. I know every time I tell your story, they go, what? She sings, she flies back and forth to Nashville, she has kids, she's married, her husband's a lawyer. I mean, she's got a busy life, and she runs a company.
I need a glass of wine right
Yeah, I was thinking about wine, but instead we decided on coffee.
I've been a singer and songwriter for a very long time, and I'm really at a point after I've done the corporate thing. I had the corporate job. I had my own business that I started after I left the corporate world and before I invented Tiffy sleeves. But music was always first on my radar. It is my first love. It's my passion, and it's my purpose. I don't know where it's all leading to just yet, but there is purpose in all of it.
I believe everybody has a purpose, and
Absolutely.
I believe every one of us, we fight it most of our lives, but we wake up and we feel like we should be doing something.
It's living authentically. And authentically on purpose. So in every song that I write, there's purpose behind it. It comes from somewhere deep inside, and I hope that it brings purpose and meaning to the listener.
I play your songs all the time.
Thank
I have two
you.
teenage boys. I have a 17-year-old and a 20-year-old, and the house is kind of split level, and the kids will hang down over the edge and go, "That's enough of that, Mom." Because I'll play them over
Mom,
and over.
It's a girl thing. We get it. And that's just kind of the anthem. It's the anthem for the album that's coming out. And I write for women. I want to tell their stories because my story is their story, and everybody needs a voice. And so that's where I'm at now. I've gotten through some of the other winding roads of this journey that I've been on, and
this has been a tough year.
It has. It's been crazy. I lost my mom at the end of March.
In March, and
I will not cry. I will not cry. No,
I think I think a lot of the drivers that we have are dealing with all kinds of personal stuff too. They have relatives that are ill, and they're dealing with trying to make money, and so
they can't always be there.
Right, and that was really hard for you to get back up.
Yeah,
and it knocked you down a little bit.
It did, and it's kind of a daily, something hits and you start to cry, and I mean it's your mom. I mean it's the loss of someone that you love, But ultimately, I know that if I don't keep going, I'm disappointing her, I'm disappointing me, I'm disappointing God, and so I have to keep going. I wish she was still here to see each different triumphant moment that I'm going through, but
and we had a coaching session when I was encouraging her, and I made her cry. I felt so bad.
I was like, "You're so right. I know it." This is my sleeves.
Well, I lost my first husband when I was 28, so I know what it feels like to have loss, and I know what it feels like to have so much loss that you can't imagine like putting another foot in front of the other, and you can't imagine climbing a mountain because you can't get out of the hole.
Right.
And so I've been there. I've been
climbing
there.
out of bed.
Yeah, like where everything's just a struggle. So
I couldn't imagine losing my husband at 28.
It's just I completely understand coming from that. And so then you just went to the Country Music Awards.
I did.
Tell me.
I went to CMA Fest and got to perform down there with a bunch of other indie artists, and
I wanted to go
and get my name out there and really be a part of something for the first time as we start to pick things that everything's picking up, everything's kind of starting to move a lot faster and get the music out and hitting radio with the It's a Girl Thing single, and so it was fantastic. I love meeting people, and I love meeting fans, and I love meeting I don't like to even call them fans. I like to call them friends, because every single fan becomes a friend. It's something personal. It's a personal connection. So, yeah, so it was great. I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
And she's local here in Dallas, so CFF is going to have a tent at the Great American Truck Show in August, and I'm going to try to drag Tiffany in there at least a couple days to sign autographs and meet some of you guys that might be able to go.
And I'll have sleeves with.
Oh, and you
I will
might
have
get some
sleeves, and we're. It's really great. You know, we love working with other women and meeting new avenues of taking our business to the next level. And so we're starting to bling our sleeves and screen print them. They can be screen printed just like a t-shirt. So if they wanted to put their trucking company name on it, they can do that.
I love that.
And we've got some cool It's a Girl Thing t-shirts coming out that are specific to
So
trucking.
we will bring bling and giveaways to the Great American Truck Show. We are all out of time, believe it or not.
Well, I'll be out there. I'll come see you.
Oh, thank you.
I will come see you.
And thanks for coming and sharing your story.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it always. Thanks for
Thanks
having
for
me.
joining us on this week's edition of Homemade Money, and I hope that we gave you some ideas to get you thinking this week. Have a super great week.
I need a girl thing tonight. Gather the girlfriends for a really good time. Hit the dance floor.